So 3 weeks ago, I decided that I want to do more than just watch YouTube. I want to be a YouTuber. And in this video, I'm going to share with you all of my tips and what I found and my experiences of creating a YouTube channel on a budget. Morning guys, welcome to my channel. So 3 weeks ago, I decided that I want to do more than just watch YouTube. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to make content. I decided to start my own YouTube channel. I wanted to do this on a budget. I've never done it before. I was thinking for years and years and years, I would love to do YouTube. And I made that step 3 weeks ago. I'm going to share with you all of my tips and what I found and my experiences of creating a YouTube channel on a budget. So tip number 1, get started. Just do it. Just do it. I know it might sound silly, but when I was thinking about starting my YouTube channel, I made several videos over and over and over, but I never posted them. Or I thought, oh, this is a bit silly, walking around with a camera in my face or my phone in my face. And I never did it. I just never did it. When I actually posted my first video, I retook that video. I had so many retakes. I'd done it 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And then I thought, you know what, fine, just do it. So that's your biggest tip and the most important one. It's easy, but it's one of the most fundamental things about starting is get started. Get started. Think of your niche, think of your topic, and just do it. What is your channel about? What I found is a lot of channels, when they're starting off, they'll have a little bit of this, a little bit of that, all of these different things. What should I do? If you find something that you're passionate in, for me, I'm passionate about cars. I'm passionate about rebuilding cars. I'm passionate about working on cars. So I'm keeping my niche quite specific about cars. Some people might decide to say, right, I'm gonna do a video gaming video today. I'm gonna do a video about washing my car tomorrow. I'm gonna do another video about walking my dog. Now, although you might get that initial boost in views when you have a divided niche like that, it also means that your subscribers or your audience, they don't know exactly what to take from your channel or what your channel is about. It will just seem like it's a bit here, there and everywhere. So like I said, you may get that initial boost in views, but you might not be able to follow that through to long-term success. So think carefully about your niche and implement your niche to the best of your ability. So that's tip number 2. Next, I want to get into the equipment that I bought. Because like I said, this video is all about starting YouTube on a budget. So about 3 weeks ago, I got a package from Amazon. And in that package, I was so happy. There was a few things. So the first thing that I bought was my GoPro Hero 8. I chose to go with a GoPro because when I did a bit of research on the different types of cameras, a decent SLR camera, you're looking at about 300 to 400 pounds as a starting point, and then that can go all the way up. And because it's something new for me, you guys might feel differently, or if you're in a position where you want to go all in, I would say just be a bit cautious. So I started off with a GoPro. I got my GoPro Hero 8 massive bundle for £219 at the time. It was an Amazon/GoPro collaboration. I'll link it down below where I got it from. So that's a good way to start and to get into it. So secondly, after I bought my GoPro, I did a lot of research about vlogging setups for the GoPro, stuff like that. And 2 of the main competitors that I found was the GoPro Media Mod or the Ulanzi vlogging case. Now both of these cases, they offer 2 slots for a cold shoe mount. So you can mount your light cube or some sort of lighting onto the camera, or you can mount an external microphone. For my first couple of videos, I used the mic that's built into the GoPro, and although internally, once I'm in the flat, it seemed pretty okay, as soon as you step outside, the wind and a little bit of distance from the GoPro itself, and the audio was pretty poor. And that's another thing. You want to invest in not just your video, but your audio because your audience, they won't just want to watch your videos, they listen to your videos as well. So audio is very important. So for that reason, I decided to go with the Ulanzi case. Now, this is my Ulanzi case when it came out the box. I've actually got it set up on my rig at the moment. I'll add it in to this video, a little review just to show you what comes in the box. The reason why I went with the Ulanzi case is I did a lot of research on GoPro media mod, and the reviews are pretty shocking, pretty poor. It's got a built-in shotgun mic, but I decided to go with an external mic because I can upgrade it as I go along, and as I become better at doing YouTube, and as I want to upgrade and make better content, more bigger or grand content, I can upgrade my microphone. So for example, my plan at the moment is I bought a very cheap, affordable budget microphone, but at some point in the future I plan to move up to the Rode wireless Go system, so I can step away from the camera and still maintain perfect audio quality. So that brings me on to the mic. I opted for the Morkey MC-M1 microphone. It's a budget directional microphone, and I managed to pick this up for £21 from Amazon. Once again, I'll link that down below. And this gives me a very, very good quality audio for the price that I'm paying. Once again, on a very tight budget. And that is perfect for internal use and external use. It comes with this nice dead cap for the external use, and I've tried it. If you want to have a review video on this microphone, let me know in the comments below. And if you like what you're seeing, please consider subscribing. And if you're liking this content, give me a thumbs up. Did you just hear what I just said? I asked you, the viewer, to do what I wanted you to do. So I asked you to give me a thumbs up if you're liking my content. I've asked you to subscribe if you like what you're seeing. These are call to actions, CTAs for short. For someone like me, I was completely new to the game. I was thinking, CTA, what is CTA? Call to action, what the hell? So what you want to do is what you're trying to achieve from your video. Once you've got your niche sorted, once you've got your content, you also want to add, whilst you've got the engagement of your followers, of your viewers, of your content, you want to tell them what you want them to do. So the name of the game is to get as many subscribers as you can, especially if you want to become monetized. You want to get up to 1,000 subscribers and up to 4,000 watch hours on YouTube. So as you're creating your content, just remember to drop it in somewhere in the middle or somewhere in the meaty part of your content or your video, where you've got or where you believe you have the most audience attention. So hi guys, if you're liking what you're seeing, please consider subscribing, because this is what my video is about. This is what I'm bringing to the table. And if this is what you want to see, you should subscribe to it so you don't miss any further postings that I might make. When I used to just watch YouTube, I would watch a video and I would think, oh, that's a really nice video. Next, click off and off I go. And I'll forget to give it a thumbs up. I'll forget to like, I'll forget to subscribe. And if I do subscribe, I'll forget to put my bell notifications on. So you just need to remind people of what you want from them when they're watching your videos, and I'm sure that they will let you know in the comment section what they expect from your channel or what they're seeking from your video. So another thing that I invested in was this light, circular light, and it can give you some really cool effects. So I don't know if you can see this. You can have 3 different settings. You can have yellow light, white light, or you can have kind of like natural light. You can also turn it down, or you can also turn it back up. Now, I find that that gives me a little bit of lighting. As you can see, the iOS on this side is nice and high, and it gives you a bit of flavor, a little bit of texture to your videos. And also, it can highlight when you're filming dark kind of content, dark things. This is just a budget circular light that I've started off with. I've already just started. I picked this up for £14 on Amazon, and the link will be in the description below. Another thing I wanted to do was I wanted to get a cheap tripod. So I picked up a Star 75 tripod from Amazon. I believe that was £21 as well. So I will definitely link that because it's been a game changer. I've got it set up on my rig at the moment, but you will see some shots of that in the video. The next thing that I want to get onto is some software. So I've done a lot of research. I didn't know anything about creating thumbnails. Why do I need to create a thumbnail? How am I going to edit my videos? So the next thing that I had to get was some software, and I did a lot of research. I was completely confused as to what software I needed to create a thumbnail. Now, a thumbnail is one of the most important things of your video. That's the first thing that your audience is going to see, and it could lead to them either clicking on your video or leaving your video. What I went for is a really good piece of software, and it's really free, and it's called Snapseed. I'll put a link for Snapseed down below. You can find it in your Apple App Store, or you can find it in the Google Play Store for Android. Now Snapseed is free, it's completely free, and it allows you to not only crop, it allows you to add text, it allows you to change your text, and it just allows you to create a very clean, basic, and very quick thumbnail for your video. So have a look here and tell me what you think of Snapseed. If you've used Snapseed before, let me know down below how you have found using Snapseed. After about 2 to 3 weeks of using Snapseed, recently, about a few days ago, I've upgraded now to Photoshop X. Now, it's an Express app that is on my phone, and I've paid $29.99 for a year's subscription for Photoshop X. I know a lot of you guys, or a lot of YouTubers, they'll use or they'll purchase the full Photoshop suite on the MacBooks or the laptops, but like I said, I want to do this on a budget, and until I get a bit more advanced, then I can upgrade. But a good way to start is if you get the app, the mobile app. It allows you to do a lot of stuff on the mobile app, and it's a fraction of the price. So that's another thing to think about. Next bit of software that I had to kind of really research and really think about was my editing software. Now, I know a lot of people on YouTube, they use a software called Final Cut Pro X, but Final Cut Pro, the cost of that is £300, and I didn't want to invest so heavily. So what I've done is an alternative. It's a lovely piece of software called Filmora 9. That's the latest. I think the latest one now has gone up to 9.5, but that is £29.99, so £30 for the year subscription I paid for that, and that has fallen into my budget quite nicely. My plan or my long-term goal would be to upgrade to Final Cut Pro, but just to get my head around everything, learn how to edit, and as I become better at editing, then I can upgrade. But a good place to start would be Filmora, and I'll put the link for Filmora down below. If you've got a MacBook or any sort of Mac-based computer or laptop, you can try using the iMovie app that comes free with your MacBook. That's a really good place to start as well. I've tried it, but I feel like Filmora is a bit more fun. It gives you a lot more elements. It gives you a lot more of cool effects, and it's just really easy to edit and to get a good finish on your video using Filmora. Which brings me on to my hardware. I went out and I bought myself 2015 MacBook Pro, and as you can see, that's me filming and trying to edit a video that I did just last week on Filmora. Now, if you don't have money in your budget for a MacBook, you can get any decent laptop. Filmora is really kind when it comes to using the resources on your laptop, so you'll be able to get away with a more basic type of laptop just to begin with. But just remember, as you start filming in higher definitions and as you start doing longer, more extensive type of videoing, you're going to need to upgrade your hardware that is able to process the larger files. Now, the next tip that I want to give you guys, and this is not a paid partnership, I'm not getting any sort of sponsorship from them, but TubeBuddy, I found there's an app, there's a website, I'll link it down below. TubeBuddy has been my number one go-to place in terms of exploring my keywords that I want to make my videos about, exploring my tags. So your tags is the geodata that YouTube uses to not only help people find your videos, but to help the YouTube algorithm suggest your videos to a wider market. So TubeBuddy, I'll link it down below. It links in with your existing browser if you've got Google Chrome, and it's really good at just integrating into your existing YouTube channel, and it gives you tips on how to improve your videos, and it checks all of your videos to make sure that you're doing things the correct way or optimizing your videos to get the best view count possible. So check out TubeBuddy. So next I want to tell you guys about what to expect from YouTube. Like I said, I've already been on YouTube a matter of 3.5 weeks, and initially I found that there was a good spurt in my growth, but then now things have started to level out. And one of the biggest things and biggest mistakes that people make when they're coming into YouTube is they come into YouTube with a massive expectation of, oh, I'm gonna do a couple of videos and my channel's gonna blow, I'm gonna start making all of this money and I'm gonna be a top YouTuber, I'm gonna be famous. No, it doesn't work like that. I would say I'm expecting for myself as well, about a year to a year and a half before you start seeing major traction. As the YouTube algorithm kind of, before it starts pushing your content, it wants to make sure that it's giving you enough time to get a hold of your niche, get a hold of your content. It wants to see that you are uploading on a consistent and regular basis. It wants to realize, or it wants to recognize that your content is good content, and the way that the YouTube algorithm recognizes that your content is good is by the amount of likes that you get, the amount of subscriptions that you get, the amount of subscribers that watches your material. Another major part of how the algorithm kind of assesses how you're doing on YouTube is your click-through rate. So your click-through rate, it has to do with the impressions. So the impressions is how many times your video was shown to a user as part of some searches that's come up. And the amount of times that someone have seen your impression or seen your video as part of a search group of videos and clicked yours, that's your impressions click-through rate. Now, your average click-through rate according to YouTube is between 2% and 7%. But if you can maintain a high click-through rate, then that means that you're doing something right. And the way you maintain a high click-through rate is to make sure that your title is engaging, is catching, and it's good. And also, like I said earlier on in the video, you have to make sure that your thumbnails are on point. Make sure that they're high resolution. Make sure that you get some bold texts on there, telling the viewer what is in your video. You need to package it, and the better you package it, the better chances you'll have of someone clicking on your video and watching your video to the end. And that's the name of the game. That's what you need to do. Guys, I'm gonna end the video there, and if you've liked what you've seen today, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested to see more, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.